Hey guys, welcome back to Civil Learning Online, and I hope you are enjoying the lectures on influence line diagram series. And till now we have studied about the meaning of influence line diagram, its uses, and how to draw the influence line diagram for the reaction at the support. We have also seen the example based upon the point load as well as UDL, how to determine the value of the quantity as well as to determine the position of live load to have the maximum value, as well as influence line diagram for the shear force at the given section of the girder. We have completed the influence line diagram for the maximum bending moment at the given section for the simply supported. Now this is lecture 9, and in this lecture we will be studying the bending moment diagram, simply influence line diagram for the simply supported beam with overhang, and both how to draw, calculate the maximum shear force as well as the maximum bending moment. So guys, if you are new to this channel, do subscribe the channel and do like this video, and without any further delay, let's get started. So guys, I would like to tell you one thing, that the concept for drawing the influence line diagram for the simply supported beam with overhang is very simple. And for that, let me first draw the overhanging beam, and we will discuss about how to draw the influence line diagram for the shear force of that overhanging beam, and we will see some example for the point load as well as UDL in this lecture. So guys, here is the overhanging beam AB, and the overhanging portion are B, E and A, D. And suppose we will be asked to calculate the maximum shear force at distance or at some distance from left support, and the left support is our support A, and let us suppose that we are asked to calculate the maximum shear force at distance A from the left support, and the point at which we will be calculating, and the point is represented by C. So how we can draw the shear influence line diagram for the maximum shear force at C in case of overhanging beam? Let us see here. We are drawing the influence line diagram, so we need to draw some parallel lines here. First let's just draw the parallel line. Here are the parallel lines. Similarly at point E also the parallel line is drawn downward here, which are vertical, and after that we will draw the girder on which we will be drawing the triangles, and that will be our influence line diagram for the maximum shear force. So here is the girder DE. And now guys, if you have watched my previous video on drawing the shear force for the simply supported beam, then in that case I have mentioned that we will be using the portion of the influence line diagram which is for the that is for the reaction at the support. And guys, if you remember that, then what we have done here in those video, that the reaction at the support means here suppose the influence line diagram for the reaction at B will be of this manner, which will take the negative sign, and why we took the negative sign, that is also mentioned in that video. And similarly the reaction at the support A will be minimum at B and maximum at the support A, so it will be of this manner. I have mentioned, or I have discussed about this concept in the previous lectures. You can watch them. You will find a separate playlist as well as the link in the description. And now here I will be discussing about the influence line diagram for the overhanging portion, means DE and AD. So what we need to do is we simply need to produce this line downward and join this here. Similarly, if you could draw the influence line diagram up to this portion, means for the simply supported beam, then simply produce this line backward and simply produce the line which was for the reaction at B, produce upward. is produced upward. Now after doing this, we need to know how to calculate the value of these ordinates. Now how to calculate the value of these ordinates? So guys, if you have watched my previous video, let us first name the span. Let as I have mentioned that point C is at distance A from the left support. Let this the span of CB be denoted by B. Similarly, let us suppose that the span B is denoted by F and span DA is denoted by E. So now forget these two and watch up to this portion. We will have the ordinate of this line as B upon the whole span, and the whole span is L. This span AB is distance between the AB is L. So if you have watched my previous video, then you will know that from there we will come to know that the ordinate of this line is going to be B upon L. In that video I have named it as X upon L. Similarly, influence line diagram for the ordinate of this portion is going to be A upon L, A upon L, because in that video I have used it, written it at X upon L, and here the span is A, so it is going to be A upon L. Now guys, here the value of this ordinate it will be equal to F upon L. Similarly, value of this ordinate will be E upon L. Isn't it simple? Now let us see an example based upon this concept. So I am going to read out the question, and the question is: a distributed live load of 100 kN per meter run may occupy any position on the girder shown in the figure. Here is the girder whose span is 6 plus 4 means 10 plus to 12 meter, and which are overhanging at D and E. So the further question is: find the maximum positive and negative shear force at the section marked C. Means we have to calculate the maximum positive and negative shear force at point C. So let us draw the influence line diagram for the maximum shear force in case of overhanging, which will be here previously as I have discussed. And here first we need to draw the vertical parallel lines. So let us draw this. And after drawing this, we need to draw the influence line diagram in the similar manner which I have shown you. So draw the influence line diagram here at point C. It will take the here like this, and here it will be the portion of VA, means reaction at A. So leave this dotted and join it here. Similarly, for reaction at B, it will be the portion of the reaction at B, so up to here, and leave this dotted. Now produce this downward here and produce this line upward. Now mark the ordinates, value of the ordinates, and here the ordinate is going to be 2 upon span of BE, 2 upon span AB. So the span AB is 7 meters, so this is going to 2 upon 7. Similarly, this ordinate is going to be 4 upon 7, similar to the here concept which I have shown you here. So, and here this ordinate is going to be 3 upon 7. Similarly, this ordinate is going to be again 3 upon 7. Now see here guys, these two triangle are upward, so this will take the positive value, and these two are backward of the beam, so downward of the beam, so it will take the negative value. Now we are asked to calculate the maximum positive and negative shear force. So for calculating the maximum positive shear force, we will consider these two triangle, and for calculating the negative shear force, we will consider these two triangle. Now the load is UDL, which is 100 kN meter load. So, and the further it is written that the load can occupy any position. So for calculating the maximum positive shear force, we need to place the UDL here as well as here, and on the sum of both the value of the maximum bending moment will give us the final maximum positive bending moment if we add these to both the value. Similarly, for calculating the maximum negative maximum negative bending moment, it will be equal to the sum of this both position of this UDL. This represents position of load for maximum positive shear force, and this represents position of load for maximum negative shear force. Now multiply the load with intensity of load with the value of this ordinate to calculate the maximum positive shear force and maximum negative shear force. The first one is maximum positive shear force, and maximum positive shear force and the intensity of load here is 100 kilonewton per meter, 100 kilonewton per meter. So 100 is first multiplied with the area of this triangle, half times base of the triangle is 3 meter, 3 times ordinate height of the triangle is 3 by 7 plus this intensity of load is 100 multiplied by half times base is 4 meter times height is 4 by 7. On solving this, we will get the value of the maximum positive shear force, which will be equals to maximum positive shear force, that is 178.57 kilonewton. Similarly, if you calculate the maximum negative shear force, then this is going to be 100 multiplied by area of this triangle, which is going to be negative half base is 3 meter and the height of triangle is 3 by 7 plus 100 multiplied by this triangle, half base is 2 meter and the height is 2 by 7. On solving this, we will get the value of the maximum negative shear force, which is going to be minus 92.85 kilonewton. So we have got the value of maximum positive and maximum negative shear force for the overhanging beam at point C, and similarly this was for the UDL. Let us have a look to add one more example for the point load. So first I am going to write a question and then I will solve it using the same influence line diagram. So the question says two wheel load 200 kilonewton and 100 kilonewton spaced 0.8 meter apart roll on a girder shown in figure. Find the maximum positive and negative shear force at the section C. Now guys, here the span of each and every member of the girder is given, that is 1.5 meter AC, CB is again 1.5 meter, and we are asked to calculate the maximum positive and negative shear force, and the beam is overhanging. So draw the influence line diagram for the overhanging beam for the shear force, and it will be similar which I have discussed previously in the video. So draw it here like this, join this here and produce this downward, again join this here and produce this upward. Now after doing this, we need to calculate the ordinate value of the ordinate. So the value of this ordinate is going to be this 1.5 upon this AB span AB, and the span AB is equal to 3 meter, 1.5 plus 1.5, so 1.5 upon 3 is going to be 0.5. Similarly, span ordinate of this portion is going to be again 1.5 upon 3 is going to be 0.5. The span of this portion is going to be 3 upon span AB plus AC, that is L, so 3 upon 3 will be equals to 1. Similarly, this span is going to be 2 upon 3, which will be equals to 0.3. 0.67. Now guys, what we need to do is we are asked to calculate the maximum positive and negative shear force, and in one of the video I have let you know that we are asked to calculate whenever we are asked to calculate the maximum positive or negative shear force or bending moment, then we need to place the load at the point where the ordinate value is maximum. Now here also the same condition applies. We are asked to calculate the maximum values, and the ordinate in the negative portion of this influence line diagram is here. This is the maximum value among 0.5 and 1, so we need to place the unit load here. And similarly, for calculate the maximum positive value, the maximum value of the ordinate is here, so our point load will occupy this position. It means the position of the load, if we draw for the maximum positive and maximum negative shear force, then it will be of this manner. See here. Now time to draw two girder, and we need to place the points loads. So if I place the load for the maximum positive shear force, then here the maximum load is 200 kilonewton, and the maximum value of the ordinate in the positive portion is this, so it 200 kilonewton will be placed here. And guys, second load is 100 kilonewton, which is 0.8 meter apart from 200 kilonewton, so this is 100 kilonewton, and the spacing between these two load is 0.8 meter. Again, for calculating the maximum negative shear force, the load is going to occupy the value of maximum value of the ordinate, and the value of the maximum, and the maximum value of the ordinate is here in negative portion. This is maximum, so our 200 kilonewton will be placed here, and our 100 kilonewton is 0.8 meter apart of this, so here this is going to be 0.8 meter. Now we need to calculate the ordinates under this loading. We need to know this value, we don't know this value. Similarly, we need to find out this value ordinate, so that we can multiply the load with the ordinate, and we will get to know the maximum positive and maximum negative shear force. So guys, again, in order to calculate the value of the ordinate, use the condition of similar triangle, condition of similar triangle between this smaller triangle and this whole triangle. This span is 0.8 meters, so subtract 0.8 from 2, you will get 1.2 meter, so base of this smaller triangle is going to be 1.2 meter. Similarly, here in this triangle, this whole span is 3 meter, and the spacing between these two load is 0.8, so we will get here 2.2 meter. This triangle, we will use the condition of similar triangle between this triangle and this longer triangle. Now multiply the ordinate with the value of the load intensity to calculate the maximum positive and negative shear force. So I am going to write it here. For maximum positive shear force. Now guys, I am going to directly dictate you the value of the ordinate here. If you will have the confusion, then you can leave a text or comment on this video. And if you have watched my previous video carefully, then I don't think that you will face any kind of difficulty in calculating the value of the ordinate of the under these loadings. It will get ordinate value of this ordinate is going to be 2.2 upon 3, which will be equals to 11 upon 15. Now multiply this. For maximum positive shear force, we will have 200 multiplied by the ordinate is 0.67 plus 100 is multiplied by 0.4, and on doing this we will get positive 174 kilonewton. Similarly, for maximum negative shear force, what we will have minus multiplied by 200 times, and the ordinate is 1 here, so 1 plus 100 is multiplied by 11 by 15, and we will get here negative 273.33 kilonewton. So this much for the influence line diagram for the overhanging beam for the shear force. Now in the next lecture we will discuss about calculating the value of the maximum positive and negative bending moment in case of the overhanging beam. So guys, stay connected with Civil Learning Online, stay safe, and see you in the next video.